fucking threes up. So a lot of the time, I don't know if you guys notice, but I will take these fading midi jump shots. I've already talked about in other videos that fadeaway jump shots have the same green window in the middies as a standstill does. So taking a fadeaway shot is going to be easier for you to get off. It's going to be more open, and it's going to reset your algorithm. Now, you don't necessarily have to reset your algorithm, right? You can make 4, 5, 6 threes in a row, and I've already done this, shown it on stream, yada, yada, yada. But you do have to be a little bit more patient in order to do that. You cannot just catch shoot, catch shoot, catch shoot, catch shoot. You are going to miss if you do that because your green window is going to slide. Not because it won't allow you to green it, but you're going to time it the exact same way while your window is sliding. I've already talked about mid-range jump shots and getting to the corner for that 100% pure green window, but another way to completely reset is just to throw the slip or hit somebody else to do something. And honestly, when I say hit somebody else, you can quite literally turn the ball over and get your stuff reset. Now, obviously, I would not recommend you guys to just say, you know what, I've made 3 shots in a row. Let me turn the ball over so I can get my window back. But what I am saying is when you get the ball out of your hands, it completely resets. So if I make 3 shots in a row, right, and I go turn the ball over, I'm back at square one. I mean, it's like I'm on a fresh slate. If I make 3 shots in a row and I throw a slip, I'm on a fresh slate. And again, what I am saying in this situation, this does not mean that every time you score 3 straight baskets, you need to pass the ball. But what I am saying is if you want to have that steady green window, if you want to have that typical timing, if you want to have the jump shot that you know you don't have to be prepared for earlier or later or anything like that, if you want to have the most steady and consistent timing and shoot 71% like you just saw in that top right corner, these are the ways to do it. Now, as the game has been out and as I've continued to play, I haven't had to do wet water because I'm starting to figure out, like, okay, right there, I'm getting straight to the corner, and that's going to be the exact same time. And again, getting straight to the corner, it's going to be the exact same time. Oh, man. As you guys start to play the game, you're going to start learning how the green window slides. Now I know when I need to release it a little bit early, as opposed to when I need to release it a little bit.
Imagine yourself behind the
that shit was clean.
Because that's exactly
that's why I gotta take those dunks off because it keeps doing that dunk.
For first time driver. Dairyland, come as you are, auto insurance. Get your
that was nasty.
Catching football is not as easy as everyone thinks. You have guys putting on your arms.
Watch it went in.
Ball, so you have to just go out there with no fear for the win. Always stretch. Available now at Walmart.
Leader, and it's all about how many shots you make in a row. So what I've learned from my experience is that the more shots that you have made in a row, the more your game is up, the quicker you're going to need to release the jump shot. Whereas if you're not playing as good, your takeover is lower, you're going to need to hold it a little bit longer. So these are just some things that you should keep in mind as you're playing. Now, again, keep in mind, I don't think that these are as noticeable as everybody else does. In fact, as I continue to play the game, I have struggled less and less ever since I started being of my stamina, of my stamina, and where I'm at with the court. Keep it very simple for these drills. The less likely you're going to be to make a jump shot. And for those of you guys who will be mad at that, it's
I thought you ran out.
The more you dribble the basketball, the less you are going to make a shot. It is just a fundamental fact, and that is the principle that they are trying to follow in 2K. It's just something to be aware of. Now, a lot of people are like, yo, we need the pure green window back. We need the pure green window back. And the reason that this bothers me is up until this year, I did not know what a pure green window even was because NBA 2K24 was the first 2K to even implement a pure green window. You guys have been playing 2K for years and did not realize that this current algorithm
lost the shit out of that dude.
Been in the game the entire time. And I think a lot of you guys are really overlooking a lot of important points here because you guys think that this one patch changes one thing, and unfortunately, guys,
it's just not the case. Even make the little meters on. I was waiting on that one.
Once they start patching things, they don't stop. And I hate to break it to you guys, but once they patch something, a lot of builds become obsolete, okay? If you guys have made a build, right? Let's say you've made a build like I do. I have a 99 3-pointer, okay? I made this build.
Man, I got stuck on it. It like drew me to him.
It's not easy. And if I want to be a top tier shooter, I need to be in the 90 plus range. Now, if they make shooting completely easy, let's say they make it so easy, pure green window, yada, 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 all these buzzwords that you guys like to use, you are going to go back to have to make a new build because what's going to end up happening is 6'8" are going to dominate the game again. You're going to have 75 3-pointers that shoot like 95s, and then at that point, there's no need to even have a high rating in the game. And for the first time, 2K
Doesn't
has
matter, bro.
actually
They need to make it like
attributes
2K20
matter.
shooting,
How
bro.
many years have
Yeah, they do.
to play 2K?
2K20 niggas, you can hit with a 75, but you have the timing.
Yeah, you gotta be real good at timing.
God, and it shot just like my pure green pipe.
No, I'm still-
It literally, my playmaking defender was shooting the same as a pure green. That's not how the game is supposed to be. The same way for the first time this year.
Yes, it
that
is.
a
It's fucking
25
video
layup
game, dude.
will
Right, yeah, don't nobody want to have to actually try hard just to shoot a 3.
25 layup on, you're gonna make wide open layups. Whereas if with a 25 3-pointer was dropping, you guys.
I literally go to the 1v1 and I'll play like a 99. I'll just let them shoot and take
So it's like for
misses.
the first time, they have finally made all of these ratings matter. A 70 cannot shoot 80% from 3.
What the
it's
fuck
like
is
for the
that?
first time, they have finally made a game where different attributes all hold weight. Every single year, 2K has had attributes that have been completely obsolete and completely useless. And now, they finally set it up to where these things matter, and we're mad because it's not.
I didn't even touch that
What
nigga.
bothers me even more is because like last year, I remember everybody crying that you could hit reds and that contest didn't matter. When you go back to a pure green window, you're going to hit reds.
Fuck.
You are going to hit lights. The contest is not going to matter. And I think what bothers me even more is when you guys talk about your peak 2K games. I see so many of you like, yo, 2K15, 16, 17 were the best games of all time. Every 2K sucks now. They had this shooting rate. So we have reverted back towards old shooting, and now that you guys are getting a taste of a game that you guys loved, you don't like it. And I think it's just frustrating because it's like, I understand that once we start patching things, the game will go downhill in so many ways. I'm going to be completely real with you guys. The game is in a good state right now. This has been a good drop. Minus all the BS complaining crybaby stuff that people are doing because they couldn't shoot with no hot zones and no badges, this has been a really good NBA 2K release. And I know a lot of you guys don't remember last year, but last year around this time, people were crying that shooting slump was in the game. A lot of you guys don't even remember shooting slump, that people would miss 2 or 3 shots in a row and they would get shooting slump. You guys have been bricking at the start of 2K every year. None of you load up the first week and are God. I don't know where this narrative has come from, but that is not a thing. But guess what? As time goes on, everybody starts getting good at the game, and that's exactly what I am starting to see in NBA 2K25. The average player that I am playing is now shooting very good. It's just the truth of the matter. The natural progression of the game is that people are going to get...
I gotta hit under the backboard.
If you are loading up a game, and in the first week you are shooting 70, 80, 90%, the game is cooked. It's cooked, because imagine when you have your hands on the game for over a month and you've learned every good animation and you know the shot timing like the back of your hand, you're never going to miss. We actually, for the first time in a long time, have a challenge when it comes to this game. There are multiple play styles to win. You can really use any build right now and be successful with it. I have seen people running 5'9", I'm running 6'3". I've seen people using 6'8". They're using post wars. There is no meta right now in NBA 2K25, and that is because the design of the game has been phenomenal. And a lot of you guys overlook these things.
Same time.
YouTubers that suck at the game, and they're telling you things that just simply put are not true. There was literally a narrative that you could not green 3 shots in a row. That's how down bad this player base has become, bro. You couldn't green 3 shots in a row. That was debunked so fast, but there are still people that are running around with that narrative. And I want you guys to understand that if you guys are losing games, you feel like the RNG is holding you back. I hate to break it to you guys, but you guys are not the only ones that are going to get attached, guys. Like, you understand that, like,